असे नवनवीन व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा आणि बाजूच्या बेल आयकॉनला क्लिक करा. प्लीज subscribe this channel for more updates. Hello dear students. In this video we are going to discuss on a question that is asked compulsory in the SSC exam, subject English, and that question is appreciation of poem. For this question 5 marks are given. See that there is a marking scheme of that question. The title of the poem is given half mark, the poet of the poem is given half mark, rhyming scheme is given 1 point or 1 mark, figure of speech is given 1 mark, and the last point, theme and central idea, this point is given 2 marks. In this way we have understood the rhyming scheme of the appreciation of the poem. See that we have a poem as an example. With the help of this poem we are going to discuss how to write the appreciation of the poem. You start dying slowly. This is a poem and I have written the appreciation of the poem in my handwriting. You can see that I am going to discuss respectively. The first point is that the title of the poem. See that for this point half mark is given, and how to write or how to explain this point, we have to understand these things. The title of the poem is You Start Dying Slowly, means the poem is given on the question paper. While watching at the poem, while reading the poem, you have to understand or how to write the appreciation of the poem. Okay, means we must know the steps of writing, or we must know how to explain the points. Now the first point is to be explained like this. The title of the poem is You Start Dying Slowly. Okay, now the next point, the name of the poet. This point is also very simple, and it is also already given on the question paper. The name of the poet is Pablo Neruda. The name of the poet is Pablo Neruda. This is the name of the poet of this poem. This point can be explained by various types of ways. For example, the poem has been composed by Pablo Neruda. The poem is composed by Pablo Neruda. Or in another sentence we can say that Pablo Neruda composed this poem or wrote this poem. Means there are various types of sentences or options to use for this point. Now the next point is very important, because many of the students do not know how to pick out or how to identify the rhyme scheme. In the last lecture I had made a video and uploaded on YouTube about rhyme scheme, how to identify the rhyme scheme from the poems. You can see that here a rhyme scheme. While looking at or while going through this poem, we come to know that there are no rhyming words in this poem, and if there are no rhyming words in the poem, that time this poem is considered to be a free verse, means it is composed in free verse. Okay, therefore no rhyme scheme is found in this poem. The poem is composed in free verse. Such types of examples or explanation has to be given for this point, and for this point 1 mark is given. There are no rhyming words in this poem, therefore there must not be rhyme scheme. Then such types of poems should be taken as free verse. Therefore the answer is here, this poem is composed in free verse. Now the next point, figure of speech. Figure of speech means we know that for making the language ornamental, many of the poets use such types of devices like figure of speech. First figure of speech is found in this poem or appears in this poem is that repetition. This is a kind of a figure of speech that appears in this poem. An example is that You start dying slowly. This line appears many times in this poem, therefore the repetition figure of speech is to be understood by us. Okay, repetition, You start dying slowly. Because of the repetition of this line, we can say that there is a figure of speech and the name of that figure of speech is repetition. Then the second figure of speech, antithesis. First we must know that for this point, means the point is figure of speech, in this point you have to write only one figure of speech, and for that point you will be given 1 mark. There is no need of writing every figure of speech that appears in the poem. Here I have mentioned 3 types of figure of speeches. It is only for your comprehension, it is for your understanding. We have to write only one figure of speech with the examples. Okay, there is no need to mention every and all the figure of speech that appear in the poem. Now the next figure of speech is the antithesis. Antithesis. Now what is antithesis? Example is given here. If you do not risk what is safe, means in the antithesis or in figure of speech antithesis, we come to know that there is a contrast meaning in the sentence, or two opposite words or two opposite ideas are mingled with each other. Like this, if you do not risk what is safe, risk and safe, these two opposite words are mentioned in this line, means two opposite ideas can be seen in this line. Therefore the antithesis figure of speech is written here. Now here the third example is that metaphor. In the metaphor we have an example, if you do not listen to the sounds of life, means in this way, for your comprehension I have added here 3 types of figure of speech, but you have to choose one of them and note down in the answer sheet, and for that point you will be given 1 mark. Now the last point, theme and the central idea. Theme and central idea, this point is very important, because to write this point, or in order to write this point, we must know the theme or the meaning of the poem. We should know the object of writing this poem or composing this poem. So here the poem, you starting slowly, has a sort of theme or central idea. It has been mentioned here, it has been written here. That central idea is that we should always follow our dreams. Positive thinking is necessary to live happy life. We should enjoy each and every moment. We need to take risk to have the happy future ahead. This will be the theme or central idea of this poem. If you have any type of another theme or central idea in your mind, you can add here. It is not final or it is not compulsory that you have to use what I have written here. If you have another type of feelings, emotions related to this poem, if you have got any type of another subject or ideas, you can write here. The theme and central idea of this poem is very important point, because for this point 2 points are given or 2 marks are given. In this way I have tried to explain how to write appreciation of the poem. अशाच प्रकारचे महत्त्वपूर्ण उपयुक्त नवनवीन व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी या चॅनलला सबस्क्राइब करा आणि बाजूच्या बेल आयकॉनला क्लिक करा. To watch such a type of useful videos, please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an update. And the name of our channel is AK Plus Universe of Learners. Many of the students who don't understand English, they might not have got what I have explained here in this video. For them, another video will be uploaded on my YouTube channel that will be in Marathi. Okay, so that you will understand easily. But this is a piece of a paper on which I have written the appreciation of the poem. You can pause here, pause this video and note down in your notebook. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later with a new topic. Till then, take care.